Hello, welcome back to my channel where we discuss fashion on a sparing basis. Is that gonna be the headline for this channel now? I don't know, but yeah, we do discuss some fashion here. And today we're gonna discuss this beautiful piece right here. Some of you may have heard of this or seen this. It's the Maison Margiela Tabi Loafers. Let me show you the logo. Maison Margiela. Maison Margiela Tabi loafers. You definitely heard of them one. Maison Margiela Tabi loafers, babouches, like boots, what have you. Any kind of Tabi shoes. You definitely heard of them, or you've seen them on the streets or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that today, just a little bit about the history and the philosophy behind them, why Margiela made them, how they made them, and then I'll go into why I think personally that these shoes are really cool, and also how I style them personally. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of my fits involving Tabi loafers. And I actually thought of making this video about Tabis after seeing the alignment chart that I'm going to show right now in the video. Like, where is the Tabi loafers? There's only like Tabi Mary Jane, Tabi boots, Tabi ballerina flats, even the goddamn Vibram 5-finger shoes or whatever are there, but the Tabi loafers are nowhere to be seen. So I'm like, yeah, the loafers have to be represented. So yeah, that's a part of the reason why I'm making this video. I've been thinking about making this video for a while. So yeah, so Tabi shoes are incredibly cool in my opinion, and I'm gonna talk about this later too. Like, a lot of you might think this is disgusting. Like, why do you have these split toes here? Yes, I can understand that, but hear me out for a little bit for now. So they do embody Margiela's philosophy of deconstruction. So when people think of deconstruction, they think of Margiela actually. I mean, there's other brands that do deconstruction too, but Margiela, I believe, is one of the major brands that kind of popularized the concept. Like putting garments apart, like pulling them apart and rebuilding it in terms of the proportion and finish to some sort of disheveled or like some kind of a unrecognizable silhouette that the original garment didn't have technically. So that's the idea behind deconstruction. So a lot of the examples are frayed hems and exposed stitching and demolishing of the garment. I guess like you're gonna see a lot of the like torn apart garments basically if you think of Margiela's most popular pieces. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Oh my god. This is a bit of a digression here, but yeah, the reason why I'm wearing this jacket is because this is one of the only Margiela pieces that I own besides the Tabi shoe. So let me show you. But anyway, back to the story. Sorry for the digression. I should have done this in the beginning, but anyway. And Margiela Tabi shoes, like a lot of people know, just because it's been on trend for a while. Like, it's been on trend and off trend, kind of like back and forth and stuff, just like anything in fashion. Tabi actually isn't an original garment or original shoe that Margiela himself thought of. As you may all know, they are derived from Japanese traditional footwear, and it has been told that Margiela himself was walking in Kyoto and he was observing the workers wearing the Tabi shoes, and then that's when he thought of making them in the Western world, like making it in terms of like the actual shoes that they can wear in the Western world. That's the inspiration that he drew. But Margiela saw the value in the Tabi shoes being worn outside of just work purposes. So that's why he wanted to make it into first and foremost boots, because you wouldn't wear those like high boots at work. So that's his first iteration of the Tabi shoes. And the first iteration of Tabi shoes appeared in his 1988 collection, and it's been appearing ever since. So it's been around for more than 30 years basically. It's a very traditional piece of Margiela, and Maison Margiela is one of the most like popular pieces, of course, is Tabi shoes because of that reason. And Tabi shoes do have a very distinctive shape, as you can see. Namely, like, you can definitely see the split toe. That's the most noticeable part about the shoe. And when you include them in your fit, it just kind of creates a very uncomfortable feeling, in my opinion. Like, I know a lot of people think, I mean, some people might disagree with me, but a lot of people might think that shoes actually don't matter as much. A lot of my friends actually think so, because shoes only have only like, I don't know, 10% of your whole fit is constituted by shoes. But some, like me, myself, would argue that shoes actually are the most important part of a fit, because shoes can like change the vibe of the fit instantly. Like, you just wear like loafers like this, and then you wear like sneakers, it will change the vibe. If you wear like monk shoes or Oxfords or whatever, they will change the vibe. If you wear sandals, flip-flops, they will change the vibe. Imagine this suit with a flip-flop, and imagine the shoe with like the Tabi Loafers. So you see what I mean? I do think you end up garnering a lot of attention, whether you like it or not, just by wearing the shoes. And I definitely got a lot of attention, whether that be negative or positive, from people when I was wearing the Tabi shoes. And to be honest, there aren't that many shoes as strong an initial impact as the Tabi shoes. Like, these are the ones that I just get the most reaction out of, like whether that be positive or negative. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later, but that's part of the reason why I really like this shoe, because like this is one of the shoes that, the only shoe I think that I own that can garner that kind of attention. You know, sometimes I'm in a mood to wear this where I feel like I want to garner attention, but sometimes I just don't want to. So I don't wear this every day, of course, but I do oftentimes find myself reaching for those. And I do think that's part of the reason why it's been such a steady bestseller for 30 years. And I know like people say the trend has gone for these, but I do think they're gonna come back. This might end up being a very timeless piece, in my opinion. And yes, you might disagree with me. A lot of people would say, yeah, this is just like a gimmick that's gonna only last for a decade or so, and like it's gonna go away. I think it's gonna be here for at least like a century. Maybe you can come back in a century and like comment on my video and disagree with me, but that's just my prediction. I just think this is gonna be a timeless piece. I actually remember the first time ever I saw these Tabi shoes out and about and wild, when I was on the MTA train. For those who don't know, MTA train is basically the New York City subway system. I was just listening to music, minding my own business, and like, you know, if you just look at the person right in front of you when you're riding the subway, it's just like kind of awkward, you know, when you're sitting in the seats. So I was just like looking down like this, basically, you know, just to make sure that I'm not making them feel awkward, as I always do. And I think it was a lady. This lady walked in after like the train was stopping at a station, and yeah, there was. It was a white Tabi boots, and I didn't know exactly what that was back then, but I remember seeing like, oh, why is that shoe like split toe? Like, why does it have a hoop? And I looked into it, and then I realized it's a Margiela Tabi boots, and that's the first encounter that I ever had in the wild. And I remember distinctly remember that I could not keep my ass off of them, and I also couldn't. I just didn't know how to feel about it. I just wasn't sure if it was beautiful, or disgusting, or like hideous, or like indifferent. I just didn't know how to feel about it, and like that's the first garment ever where I felt like I didn't know how to feel about it, and that was a very special feeling for me in terms of like a garment or a shoe, like anything relating to fashion. So that was like a very interesting experience to me. And as I've said before, Margiela's Tabi shoes really make this effect of like making an uncomfortable fit, almost like a discord between the rest of the fit and just the shoes. So that's what it makes it so unique. So let me just demonstrate what I mean by this by just showing you a little bit of my Tabi fits. So you can style this any way you want, basically. So if you have a black shoe, then you can basically put the black Tabi loafers wherever you would put black shoes, honestly. And the first fit I have right here is the first ever fit that I tried out with Tabi. You can see that I'm wearing a Junya Watanabe shirt and loose fit denim with that Tabi. So like you can see that the Tabi shoes are just peeking out a little bit. So I like that a lot, and it's just kind of showing off the hoops without being too in your face, in my opinion. So that I really like that. And second fit is also with denim. So this patchwork denim I got from Frame, and with a Tom Brown cardigan, and the Vivienne Westwood shirt that I got from Japan. And obviously this is the first day that I actually encountered my boy Hector. I'll just show you briefly. Yeah, this is my boy Hector. Hello. This video is not about Hector. I might make a video on this back later as well. But yeah, say hi for Hector just like for a little bit. But yeah, he's not the protagonist for this video. But yeah, that was my first day seeing the Hector bag. And you'll actually see quite a few fits here with the Hector bag, because I remember I liked that bag so much, so I just like carried it everywhere basically around that time. And yeah, you can see that the loose fit, I mean, this is like a straight fit, more of a straight fit compared to the last one. But yeah, denim also goes really well in my opinion. And the third pick is this patchwork denim I got from Redone, and the top is Tom Brown jacket obviously, and it also goes really well, I think. So any kind of denim. I know that like these three denim that I showed you were like kind of like a loud denim. You could also probably style this with like just a regular denim without any patchwork, or just like a straight fit, very nice like mid blue denim, any kind of denim, black denim even. So any kind of denim you can style this with. And obviously you can wear them with suits too. So this one is with my Maison Margiela suit that I'm wearing right now. It's a slim fit suit, you can see. And yeah, I have the Tabi Loafers with white socks. I don't know why I wore white socks actually. Probably will change that if I were to do that again. But besides that, I do think it goes really nicely with the suit, because it's a loafer. So I do think it has that kind of a classic vibe as well. And this is the most recent fit among the fits that I'm going to show you actually. So the chalk stripe flannel with the Vivienne Westwood bolo tie and the Tabi Loafers. I think it works phenomenally just because of how dark color the suit is. And the third one, I actually did wear this with the classic just navy suit one time when I was attending a conference. And indeed I garnered a lot of attention from the conference attenders. So I guess it was intended, but a lot of them liked it, so I guess it worked out in my favor. But anyway, I did wear this, and the funny thing about this one actually is that I ended up getting this like comment from an Instagram. So I posted this reel on Instagram, and this person commented, "Wear proper socks and shoes, disgusting." This is the first negative reaction I ever received from like online, and I was like, yeah, this is precisely why I love Tabis. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but yeah, this is why I like Tabis actually. And you can obviously just wear them with like separate trousers and like odd jackets. This is me with the Natalino double-breasted jacket, Issey Miyake pants, and with that loafer, Tabi loafer, and the shirt I think is from Comme des Garçons Homme Plus. So yeah, that also works really nicely in my opinion, just like with the navy and black look. And the next one, I'm wearing that with like a Thom Browne jacket and the color black shirt from Ralph Lauren with obviously the Thom Browne Hector Barak. But yeah, also still wearing the loafer, works very nicely with an odd jacket. And obviously, given that the shoes are black, you can do all black fits as well. So these are some of the all black fits that I tried to experiment with the loafer. So I'm wearing the frame leather jacket with the black shirt from Junya Watanabe and loose fit pleated trouser from Proper Class, and it's cropped. So yeah, I really like this fit. Very nice all black monochrome fit. This is actually around the time when I started to experiment more with all black fits. And the next one, I'm wearing Thom Browne sweater vest with the same black trouser actually. So, and then the baguettes from Vivienne Westwood, very nice all black. Technically it's not all black, it's like there is a white Oxford shirt, but it's just monochromatic in general, so I think it works out. And the last one is just a black t-shirt, plain black t-shirt with the necklace and Miffy embroidered pants. I don't think you can see it, so I'll probably like take a better picture and then post it here when I'm making the video. But yeah, so the Miffy embroidered pants and the Tabi loafers work phenomenally, seamlessly. So I don't know what your opinions would be on the fits that I just showed you right now. You might think they're hideous, you might think they're ugly, you might think they're beautiful, you might think they're like excellent, awesome, whatever, what have you. The opinions on Tabis tend to be split, whether you are into fashion or not. So that's the beauty of this one right here. No other shoes have ever garnered that kind of reaction, that kind of split reaction for me. Like most of the time, if I'm just wearing the shoe or wearing garments, like most of the time people just like compliment me. Rarely would they ever say, I don't like this on you, I don't like the tie or whatever. I mean, I do appreciate negative feedback too, just because like I want to see what people think about it. But anyway, this like consistently has been receiving pretty much of a 50-50 split on like people liking them and not liking them. To be fair, people in fashion world do like them, most of them tend to like them, and people not in fashion world tend to dislike them. So some friends of mine have told me that they really like the shoes, and sometimes they also tell me like they don't get why I wear this is just hideous, like they don't understand why anyone would ever wear this. So yeah, opinions tend to be pretty much split around 50-50, at least from my experience and observation. And that is exactly why I love the shoe so much. Just because like fashion isn't just about looking good, in my opinion. It's about self-expression, it's about experiment, it's also about putting yourself out there with new fits and stuff like that. So this just serves that purpose so well, in my opinion. So like that's why I love these. And of course I understand in a fashionable city like New York City, it's a lot easier to wear these and just kind of like walk out and about, not mind your business, like not mind what other people are thinking. It would be hard to wear this in like Wichita, Kansas, for instance. I'm nothing against Wichita, Kansas, of course, like probably a beautiful city, but just an example of a city that's not fashionable, you know, like it would be kind of hard to wear this, and like you might get more attention from people. So I understand that part, but I also do think the beauty of these is definitely in the fact that a lot of people are so split on the opinions of what they want to think about this. And yeah, like think about a garment that does that for anyone. There aren't that many garments that can do that, in my opinion. So that's why it makes Tabi so unique. That's my spiel about Tabi loafers and like Tabi shoes in general. And oh yeah, like in case some of you might ask, this usually fits true to size, so keep that in mind when you're buying it. And you need Tabi socks, of course. And you don't need to buy the Tabi socks from Margiela. There are Tabi socks from Margiela is like $100 something. So I just buy them from Soso, this place called Soso. It's like $10 per pair, pretty affordable compared to the actual Margiela socks. So yeah, I try to wear these with like regular socks. It just doesn't work that well, so I recommend getting the Tabi socks. And yet now that's my spiel about Tabi loafers and how I style them, like the history and why I like them and all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope to continue kind of like the series of, you know, if I have like a cool garment, I'll just bring it up here and just like kind of explain the history and why I like them, how to style them and so forth. So hope you enjoyed the video. And again, I'm not forcing you to like the Tabi shoes. You can make up your own mind about it, you know, like it's up to you if you like this or not. But I personally like this a lot, and if you ever see me down the street wearing them, just you can tell me what you think. Honestly, you can just say they're hideous, you can say they're beautiful. Any kind of attention would be appreciated, yeah, just because, or reaction, not attention. That makes it seem like I'm attention seeking, so any kind of reaction is appreciated. That's why I like the Tabis anyway. So that's about it for today's video. Yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time.